Welcome to this general video on the machining tips in GO2Dental. On our screen, we have a disk with two bridges and one crown. On the working menus, we go on Produce. Now we find ourselves in the machining interface of GO2Dental. Starting from the left, we have the strategies tree and the machining tree that we will see later. On this strategies tree, we see the different strategies for each element present. They are listed as per the category. If we place our pointer just over a strategy, we can see the corresponding element it is attributed to. If we click on it, it will be highlighted in purple. Same for the other elements. The strategies tree can also be used to apply a strategy for each element. Elements who are awaiting a strategy to be loaded are shown in orange, whereas for those which already have their strategies are shown in green. In case there is only one strategy for a particular element, it will be automatically loaded, whereas if we have more than one strategy, we will have to apply it manually. To apply a strategy, we have different ways. One is the shortcut dialog appearing when we first came in the Produce environment. Secondly, we can right-click on the strategy itself and we get the dialog. Thirdly, we can right-click on the element itself. And lastly, we can click on the folder just beside the element. Once we have chosen a strategy, the light changes from orange to green. Green light means the strategy has been chosen. Orange light means the choice of strategy is pending. We can also have a red light, which means that the software has not found a strategy compatible with this particular element and material. Also, if ever we click on the folder for the bridge category, it will apply an OP list for all of its elements. We can validate here. And this automatically goes to the machining tree. Here we have the name of the machine, the material chosen for the disk, then we have the list of strategies. The yellow warning signs here mean that the machining cycles have not been calculated yet and thus are in waiting. At this stage, we can add other elements or calculate the toolpath. We can click on these arrows to expand these strategies and we can see all of its cycles present. Coming to these commands here, the first one calculates the toolpath as well as generates the file info. So we click on it to launch the calculation of all the strategies. First we define a name for the use blank, which we can load again for next production. Then validate. While it is calculating, we see a dialog showing the progress, with the first of 40 cycles being calculated. We can also stop the calculation anytime. Once the calculation is done, we get the generated file info. We can see the summary of the machining cycle. We have the machining time, the tools used, and a button to open the NC file. And we can find the file that we sent to the machine. On the machining tree, notice that now there is no warning signs, showing that the strategies have been calculated. Now, if we select all the cycles and make a middle click, we can hide the toolpath. So, if we want to see only the loss operation, we can show its toolpath. The second one deletes all the cycles on the machining tree. Do not click on it for now. We will use it later on. The third one is the tool position on the machine. By clicking on this command, we get a list of all the tools that we are using. We can also see where is the tool positioned on the machine. For example, ZCB 100D is at position 1 and ZCB 50D is at position 2. We can also edit the position by using the pencil icon as shown. The NC file will recreate the list of G and M codes without recalculating the whole toolpath. This can be useful in case we have wrongly deleted the file. These last two commands are optional from available GO2dental packages. The simulation command shows the machining of the elements. We get this dialog where we can press on play to start the simulation. We can click on the stop button to exit the simulation. Now let's use the comparison command. We get a dialog where we can edit several parameters. The recommended values are 0.05. We launch the comparison using the play button. The green areas show where material was removed adequately. The blue spots show where there is material remaining. Coming back to the delete command, when we click it, it deletes all of the cycles on the machining tree. We have now reached the end of our video on machining tips. Thank you.